a clinic was fined by DHA almost 200,000 dirhams. Let me tell you in this video what went wrong during DHA inspection. It was a Monday morning and the clinic had just started its operations. The reception was just setting in for the day, and suddenly there were three Emirati gentlemen who walked into this clinic, and when they showed their IDs, they were actually from the DHA inspection team. There was panic because the medical director was not there in the clinic. They immediately called for him. He got up from his bed and immediately rushed to the clinic. But in the meanwhile, the nurse took food. So they went through all the rooms, inspected each and every room. Was it as per the approved layout? And they found a lot of faults. They found a lot of unregistered things. They also saw that the specialists which were written were not on board, and they kept on noting. The clinic had no clue what to do. And then they stumbled on a hyperbaric oxygen therapy, commonly known as an HBOT device in this clinic. The team wanted to know whether this device is registered and whether the clinic is registered to provide such a service. But to their shock, they realized that they needed a separate registration for using the hyperbaric oxygen therapy device in their clinic, and they never had an approval for that. Eventually, the DHA inspection was over and the clinic was shocked because when they served their Sharian portal, they found they had almost 200,000 dirhams of whooping fines on their facility. A 200,000 dirhams fine is a lot for a running facility. And they didn't want to be in the bad books of DHA because according to them, they were literally unaware of why they were fined. In such circumstances, they called us and our professionals visited the facility. So when our team visited the facility, they were shocked to know that most of the devices which were in that clinic were not registered by Ministry of Health. And our team guided them that each and every device should be registered by Ministry of Health for them to get an approval to do that service in their sector. Further, we helped them to register these devices because they had got from different vendors, and these vendors told them that, they are registered, but when further investigated, none of them were registered. We helped the clinic to register these devices because they have to go through a very, very specific procedure and need to be registered with a drugstore, and also help them to add these services. So what we learned from this inspection? Well, if you have medical devices in your clinic, then they must be registered by Ministry of Health. Classification of these devices is not enough, and your vendor needs to register these devices, and if they do not know what to do, they can contact us. Also remember, your consultant should not be only the person who gets you an initial or a final approval, and they should give you in-depth advice of what are the violations and how they can protect you and how they can prevent them in future. Well, Spectronix does exactly that, so stay tuned and we will keep guiding you on what to do in case you have such a DHA inspection at your facility.